Today we're going to be doing our regular. Yesterday we had a good time. We had lots of people popping in on Echo Link. Some new folks that joined the group yesterday, so that was exciting. Tonight is my favorite net. It's called the Covey Hill net. They actually have lots of discussion and lots of sharing and all that stuff like that. Ooh, that sun's something else. But they have all that going on. So, oh man, that sun's something else. Let me close the sunroof there. But yeah, I love that net. You don't get a lot of no traffic, you know, so that's good. You get a lot of people talking, so that's where it's at. So we're gonna get out there tonight on the national calling frequency, see if we can get a hold of Jonathan, and if we can't get a hold of Jonathan out there, and I hope we can, then we'll just go from there. It's a nice day out today, and I hope everybody's gonna be having a good weekend. If you're on the Facebook page, try to have some activity. I'm trying to get everybody to say what they're doing for the weekend at least, or just say I'm doing nothing at all. That's even good. That way it gets up the algorithm on the Facebook page there, and it shows that it's an active group, right? So I want my group to be active, like I am. That doesn't mean you have to do something every day, just every now and then, eh? I was telling friends of mine that I work really hard trying to get my license there. So the last thing I want to do is work so hard to get a license, and then you don't even get on the radio and talk. I think that's counterproductive there, eh? Especially with all the struggle it is to do all your studies. Anyway, we're going to get on the radio and do some talking there. We're going to try the local repeater here in Ottawa first, VE2CRA. We're going to try that first, and then after that we're going to go to the national calling frequency, 146.520. Here we go. Get the volume up. Yeah, volume is up. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV Mobile. Anyone on frequency? I see the Popo's got somebody pulled over right over there to the left of me there. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV Mobile. Anybody on frequency? Over? So my smarty pants self, you know, it was always dark when I was getting off work, like around 4, because I used to work 8 to 4. It was dark out, so I decided to go to the dollar store and get me one of those little push lights and put it in the middle of my my rack there, because I have a sunroof, a whole like panoramic thing, right? Because there's no center light, so I just have the 2 front lights here that shine, and that's not good, because all you can see was my hands. So I'm like, oh, I'll fix that. I'll just get me some Velcro, and I'll install me a light there at the top, and then, you know, call it a day, right? So I installed the light there, and as you see the sun shining through the sunroof there, I'm like, oh, I'll just close the sunroof, and you know, and I had even checked to see if it was cleared and all that stuff, but I had it all the way back, and I was just trying to check to see if it would open up without any obstruction. Well, the joke's on me, because the light's right here, and like I said, good I have it Velcroed on here, you know. So now that's unvelcroed now, and then I'll be able to just close the stuff, so we won't be able to you know, we'll close it down so we won't be able to see the sun popping through there on us. Hopefully it shuts up without any problem. There it goes. There we go. There we go. So we'll give VE2CRA one more chance. See if anybody's out there. If not, we'll switch to the national calling frequency. Then we'll do other repeaters as we head on down the line there. And our commuters from Ottawa, Canada, to Cornwall, Ontario, Canada there. In case you're wondering. Here we go. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV Mobile. Anybody on frequency? Over.
VA3 EWV, VE3SSN. How are you doing, Ernest? It's Russ.
Hey, Russ. I'm glad to hear you on the radio, man. You said VE3FSN, like Foxtrot, Sierra November. Is that correct? Over.
That is correct. No, I finally decided to shell out the shekels and buy a tri-band antenna, and I spent the afternoon getting it up, and then spent an hour and a half trying to figure out why the heck it wasn't working, and after spending an hour and a half, the SMA connector fell off my radio. A loose connector.
Well, that's something else. You got it all figured out, though. That's pretty exciting. And glad to have you on the air. So, how long has it been since you've been on the air?
If you really want to know, let's say probably close to 30 years.
Man, that seems to be a theme with a lot of us, you know. I was on the radio hot and heavy there, you know, out of high school, university. And then I moved to, Canada there. And in 1998, I came up to this part of the world there, to Sault Ste. Marie, and I just got my license last year. A lot of people like that, you know, work and kids and family and all that stuff takes over, and then you get to get on there after. But it's glad to have you on there. Back over to you, VE3S. I'll get it. I only said it one time, but I'll get it.
That's okay, Ernest. Federal stock number, VE3 federal stock number. I'm also VE3YOW. I'm not 100% sure how I managed to weasel that call out of somebody, but seems to me there must have been some kind of alcohol or something involved in a handshake, and so I'm the unofficial voice of the airport. VA3EWV, V3FSN.
Man, that is cool, because I was like, oh, that's the airport. Yeah, we did enough travel there before COVID that I remembered almost, a lot of those airport initials. So what, I see you have a tri-band antenna, that's great. There is traffic on 220 over in Gatineau, because I listen to them all the time. Unfortunately, I don't speak French, but I do key in every now and then to see if I can speak to someone up there. We do have 220 in Cornwall as well. But yesterday I heard that they tried to speed up the identifier, and then it crashed the whole radio. So that's going to be on the bench until I get that sorted out. So that's good. It's good to hear you up in there, Russ. So VE3SNL. I like the VE3YOW though. I can remember that one.
VE3SNL. Yeah, I like that one too. No, this is one of those cheap Chinese handhelds. I figured I'd start off with something really cheap, and it seems to sound good. Works well on 2 meters. It seems to hit the 220 and 440 repeaters, so I definitely will be here on the afternoons listening for you. And I got nothing else to do. I mean, after all, I'm retired. What else have I got to do except gardening, working in the basement? Let me see, communications committee, property and grounds. Yeah, you know the key.
Now remember it better. I can remember it better too. So SNL, so Saturday Night Live, right? So that's going to be you, Russ. VE3 Saturday Night Live. That's how we're going to do it. Hey, yeah, this is a good time to be on. I was given a Wuxen by a silent key there, Art. He gave me my first dual band, but I had nothing to program it with. And then another friend of mine, VE3 Echo Victor, gave me my first tri-band Baofeng radio, for free. So I got that all programmed in and stuff. Well, he did. And away I went on the Baofeng there. And you can pick those things up, you know, sometimes $200-400. So you can't go wrong, and they sound pretty good. Back over to you, VE3SNL.
Clearness, that was just a joke. It's VE3 Federal Stock Number. Federal Stock Number.
FSN.
Sierra November.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, I looked on the internet and I read all the reviews, and I got a TYT. I think they probably come out of the same chicken factory, but you know, for under $100 with the programming cable, with the battery, with the charger, with the microphone. I mean, even if I drop it in the drink while I'm doing something stupid, you know, I'm not going to cry that much. I figured get something really cheap to make sure, to make sure that I really I'm interested in it. I mean, I was really heavily involved in it. I was with the Auto Valley.
Hey Sue, how's it going?
The press thing and the tech advisory thing, and actually built the repeater and helped start the first amateur radio course.
Well, look at you. I'm glad you're back in it, that's for sure.